Hey, yo, that's cash life. So you know it's a hit.
MVT Dink, welcome to Lua Lua.
What's the word? What's the word, my boy? What's going on with it?
So let's start from the beginning. Can you tell me a bit about your journey into art and how did growing up in East Chicago shape your early creative sparks?
My journey was one like I feel like every other black kid in the inner city. You know what I'm saying? Like I grew up off not love, but goddamn, survival. You know what I mean? So I had to survive like any other kid. You know what I mean? No dad. You know what I mean? I stayed with my grandma. You know what I'm saying? Where we at right now? This is where I grew up at right here. This is where I done caught cases. They done raided my granny crib over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, I grew up off survival, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it. Because where we from, East Chicago, Indiana, man, it's not a lot of opportunities out here for none of us. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no big labels out here. Ain't nobody reaching out. You know what I mean? So it's just every man for themselves. You know what I mean? But it's definitely has shaped my journey into the music game. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as like now I'm branching off from just not music and doing comedy and just doing a lot of other shit surrounding the music. So yeah.
Most definitely. And there's always got to be a first, and I do see the talent. And I think you could be that artist for East Chicago to really.
For sure.
What's the story behind your artist name, MVT Dink? Does it nod to your roots in East Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. MVT, that's the name of my record label. You know what I'm saying? Most Valuable Trapper. So I just took it and put my name on it, type shit. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it.
Walk me through your typical creative routine, and how does the gritty energy of East Chicago influence your workflow?
I just go in there and rap, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like going there with nothing like pre-planned or anything. I just get in the booth and just make music. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't really like need drugs or to drink or to be high. Niggas got to be high off perks and all that goofball shit. Nah, I get money. You feel me? So I got to be focused.
That's one thing, like as a manager, it drives me nuts when I'm booking studio sessions.
Yeah, motherfuckers in there perked out or leaned out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get no work done like that, you know what I'm saying?
What and who are your biggest inspirations right now?
Right now, I probably have to say Herb, you know what I'm saying? Just being around Herbo and, you know what I mean? Seeing like, dude's an actual, he's a real guy, a genuine dude, you know what I mean? So I say that's one of my inspirations, you know what I'm saying? And then Dolph, I met Dolph too, some years ago or whatever, and he was another good brother, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to them for sure.
I heard you had a song with Herbo.
Yeah, I got a song with Herbo. We own it. It's on the way. It's on the fucking way, you know what I'm saying? We locked and loaded, and I got a show October 31st. It's my first sold out show in my city, man. You know what I'm saying? Halloween night, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's going down.
That's awesome. Yeah. As an artist from East Chicago, what unique challenges do you have in building visibility, and how do you overcome them?
Yeah, it's very hard coming out of East Chicago. Like I said, we don't have no major pipelines, and we don't, you know what I mean? It's like every man for themselves. So you can make it out of East Chicago, you could down there make it any motherfucking where, because like I say, we're not fortunate to be from like a Chicago or Atlanta or Houston, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's small out here, you know what I mean? Like I would say one of the biggest artists to come out from our area is Schoolie G. You know what I'm saying? And he got through the cracks, you know what I'm saying? He was blessed to get through there, because it's like a lot of motherfuckers that made music from here didn't get that chance, you feel me? So, and it's like, you got to be consistent, you know what I mean? And one thing I learned is being consistent with content, not just like music videos and shit like that, but just having content, you know what I mean? So by me, like I said, when I started doing comedy and shit, it also helped, it helped everything go up a little bit more.
I know you're talking about the comedy a little bit, so what's next for you? Like, you got a new release?
Yeah. Well, besides the Herb, you know what I mean? Like I said, I got the show coming up on the 31st. You know what I mean? A new song with Herb finna drop. You know what I mean? So just stick around, man. I got a lot of shit coming. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit.
If you could create one piece that captures the soul of East Chicago right now, what would it look like and sound like?
You said what now?
If you can have one sound that captures the soul of East Chicago? What does it sound like?
Trap.
Trap.
Yeah, trap. You know what I'm saying? Trapping and scamming, like, you know.
So would you compare it more to like a Detroit or Milwaukee type?
No, I wouldn't say that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that. We got our own. It's like a pot of gumbo.
Okay.
East Chicago, like a pot of gumbo. We got some of everything out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a mixture of things.
Looking back, what's one piece of advice you'd give your younger self starting out?
Think before you act. You know what I mean? I've been to prison 5 times. You know what I mean? And that's due to just poor decision making. Poor decision making. You know what I mean? I added up all the time I did in my life. It's probably like a third of my life. You know what I mean? That I spent in these penal institutions. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know. So if I could have that conversation with myself, I'd say, you know, think before you do things. You know what I'm saying? Because like every action is gonna have a reaction, whether it's a positive or negative. You know what I mean?
As an East Chicago native, who's another artist on the up and coming that embodies the scene's fresh energy right now, and what makes their work stand out?
I don't know. I can't really just pinpoint and say that right now. Like, as far as like my artist, you know what I'm saying, 30 Boy Will, that's probably like the only one that I really see. You know what I mean? And besides, like, the Schooly G's and all that, but like, as far as just on the upcoming, I would say my artist, 30 Boy Will, he definitely on the rise for sure.
I have to get in tune with him.
Yeah, for sure. You got to get in tune with this EC scene, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy. Like I said, I got my first fucking sold out show in my city. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's big. I'm gonna give y'all some little flyers and shit. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely invited to come out. Free food, free liquor, all that shit. It's gonna be a vibe.
MVT Dink.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, Lua Lua.
Love, brother. You already know, brother. Appreciate it.